Hello everyone, Jul here. After showing some of my recommendation for games of the year in different subgenres, now it's time to move to the real deal, which is the game of the year for RPG genre as a whole. With so many fantastic RPGs that was released in 2023, I know this will be a very hard decision to decide which game that is deserved to be on this list. Some of you might disagree with my list, but that's okay, because at the end of the day, we all have our own opinion. Alright then, let's get started. Fate Samurai Remnant is an action RPG based on the popular Fate series. The game's narrative centers around Miyamoto Iori, a skilled swordsman who finds himself involved in the battle ritual between masters and servants. In terms of gameplay, Fate Samurai Remnant builds upon the familiar Musou mechanics. You will engage in intense battles where you face hordes of enemies using combo-driven attacks. The combat system also introduces various fighting styles, magic spells, and cooperative mechanics, resulting in a strategic and dynamic combat experience. The Last Fate sets out to create its own dark fantasy experience reminiscent of Bloodborne. The gameplay combines 2D Souls-like with Metroidvania elements. The combat is smooth and easy to learn, with satisfying dodge roll mechanic and generous supplies of healing items. To make things even better, The Last Fate also features a wide range of customization options and a formidable arsenal of weapons, ranging from melee weapons, arcane spells, and even long-range firearms. Limbus Company is a new free-to-play gacha RPG developed by Project Moon. Unlike your typical gacha games, Limbus Company has been incredibly generous with the in-game currency, making the progression elements enjoyable and pretty balanced for all types of players. Even without rolling for new identities, the base characters are powerful enough to tackle all the challenges available. The game also surprisingly has a pretty good storyline. Combine that with a fantastic gameplay that introduces new approach of turn-based combat, trust me, this game is a must-try. Atelier Ryza 3 is a worthy conclusion to the Atelier Ryza trilogy. The game continues the strong storytelling tradition of the series. One of the notable improvements in Ryza 3 is the seamless movement between areas. The game encourages players to discover new landmarks and triggering random quests all over the world. The combat dynamic has also been improved. Implementing innovative real-time combat, the game offers a fast-paced and action-packed experience. Dave the Diver is a casual single-player RPG featuring deep-sea exploration and restaurant management experience. Players join Dave and his friends as they seek to uncover the secrets of the mysterious blue hole. The gameplay includes a mix of adventure, RPG, and management elements, with additional content such as minigames, side quests, and multiple storylines to complement the main gameplay loop. One of the highlights of the game is the variety of fish species that can be caught using different methods. As the restaurant becomes more profitable, players can upgrade their equipment to facilitate deeper dives and discover more exotic fish. Shadow Gambit: The Cursed Crew is a stealth strategy RPG that lets you join a ghost ship and assemble a cursed pirate crew. The game is set in an alternate version of the golden age of piracy, where a mysterious curse has revived the dead and granted them supernatural abilities. Shadow Gambit features a diverse cast of characters, each with their own unique abilities and functions. The game involves moving your crew around in real-time strategy style, using their powers to evade, outwit, and take down enemies.
What do we have here?
Blasphemous 2 is a highly anticipated sequel to the dark fantasy Metroidvania Blasphemous. The game continues the story directly after the events of the first game. Although visually there isn't any significant changes, the gameplay experience is much better in my opinion. The combat has been significantly overhauled. Instead of a single sword, your character now has 3 upgradable weapons, each with its own skill tree and unique moves. The platforming elements has also been improved, with new abilities and environmental manipulation mechanics that offers new ways to traverse the world. WitchSpring R is a full remake of the very first WitchSpring game, offering a delightful adventure that follows the journey of a young witch named Pyberry. This remake aims to introduce a larger audience to the WitchSpring universe. The combat system utilizes the turn-based mechanics. You are capable to perform various actions like spellcasting, physical attacks, defensive maneuvers, or item usage. The inclusion of distinctive elements such as critical hits, counterattacks, and special skills further enhances the complexity of combat. The game also offers a crafting system for potions, spells, and other items, as well as the ability to capture monsters and form teams with them for battles. Final Fantasy XVI has lots of incredible aspects like smooth combat, epic boss fights, and a dark fantasy storyline reminiscent of Game of Thrones. The battle system is designed to appeal to both newcomers and fans of action games, with fast-paced and combo-driven attacks similar to Devil May Cry. With satisfying swordplay, dynamic skill trees, and the implementation of cinematic action, Final Fantasy XVI provides a deep and satisfying combat experience. Of course, the action nature of the game might upset some veterans, but personally, I am so excited on how this new direction will be implemented in the future. Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader is a massive CRPG that puts you in the boots of a rogue trader, a powerful member of the high nobility in the Imperium of Man. With the fantastic writing that faithfully pictures the 40k universe, the game successfully immerses players in this large and hostile universe. What makes me love this game, however, is the combat experience. Each encounter presents tactical challenges that require new ways of thinking about enemies, space, and cover. Sure, there are still some bugs here and there's a bit of a rushed story progression closer to the end of the game, but overall I still enjoyed the game, although I believe it can be a lot better after some patches in the future. Star Wars Jedi Survivor is a fantastic addition to the Star Wars series, and in my opinion, this is one of the best modern Star Wars games. I know the launch was a complete disaster, but after a couple of patches, the game finally reached its prime condition. Jedi Survivor provides an exciting adventure with new interesting characters, fantastic stories, and vast new worlds to explore. The combat has been improved. You are allowed to choose from 5 combat stances, each with its own set of unique moves and upgrades. The inclusion of a blaster stance also adds a fresh twist to the combat, allowing for more dynamic range and melee attack maneuvers. Honkai Star Rail is an impressive space RPG that combines stunning anime visuals, deep storyline, and interesting characters. The combat is fast-paced and fulfilling, combining elements from popular titles like Persona and the Legend of Heroes series. With a team of 4 people, each with their own unique abilities, elements, and paths, selecting the right heroes and effectively utilizing their skills is vital for achieving success. While the game relies on a gacha system to support its free-to-play model, the game is perfectly playable without spending real money, as it provides a steady supply of premium currency through various in-game activities.
You have the worst luck running in.
Lies of P is a Souls-like action RPG that is inspired by the story of Pinocchio. The combat mechanics draw inspiration from the Souls games. You are able to iframe dodge, blocking, parrying, and most importantly, performing the usual health recovery mechanics. Pinocchio's Legion arm resembles the prosthetic arm in Sekiro, allows you to attach different combat tools that match your playstyle. The weapon assembly system further enhances the complexity of the game. You are capable to combine various blades and handles to create unique weapons. The addition of dialogue choices also adds a novel element to the game, allowing you to have interesting outcomes that contribute to the overall story. The Legend of Heroes Trails to Azure is a fantastic sequel in the Crossbell arc, providing deeper storyline and improved gameplay mechanics. I will not recommend you to play this game without playing Trails from Zero first, but at the same time, that is exactly what makes the experience so special. Trails to Azure follows the newly expanded SSS as they navigate through mysterious characters, monsters, and political intrigue. The combat is more refined and offers a glimpse of where the series is heading with Trails of Cold Steel R. The turn-based combat system is fast-paced and challenging, with the addition of burst mode and combo crafts that adds a satisfying depth to the battles. For the King 2 is a turn-based roguelike RPG that extends the narrative of its predecessor. The game gained popularity for merging elements from tabletop games like Dungeons & Dragons with procedurally generated maps and a permadeath system. For the King 2 introduces several enhancements, including additional classes, loadouts, companions, and a notable inclusion of 4-player cooperative gameplay. The game raises the stakes by increasing the difficulty, with enemies hitting harder and employing smarter tactics, resulting in a more intense and strategy combat experience. Hogwarts Legacy has been highly anticipated by many who have been waiting for a truly excellent Harry Potter game. The open-world map perfectly captures the atmosphere of Hogwarts. The wizard's combat is fantastic, with the ability to dodge, counter, and even chaining spells to create powerful combos. Perks and modifiers from the talent tree also allows you to be creative on build variation. The game's numerous side quests, while uneven in quality, offer quite generous rewards, which makes the side activities less tedious than your typical open-world games. Cassette offers a fun alternative to the popular Pokemon series. While Pokemon may be the undisputed king of monster taming RPGs, Cassette brings its own unique flavor to the genre. One of the standout features is the innovative combat system. When you use a move that a monster is weak or strong against, it triggers passive buffs or debuffs. This feature encourages players to master the mechanics in order to exploit the strengths and weaknesses of different monsters. The game also greatly expands the bestiary with the introduction of unique creatures through fusion. With over 14,000 possible combinations, the game ensures a high-quality experience for all monster taming RPG fans. Jagged Alliance 3 is a thrilling blend of deep tactical combat and squad management. The game's central focus revolves around building a competent team of mercenaries. You will hire various skilled individuals, each possessing unique abilities and expertise. With several characters returning from the beloved Jagged Alliance 2, the game provides a diverse and colorful ensemble that embodies classic archetypes. The squad customization offers a plethora of viable playstyles. Whether specializing in heavy weapons, sniper rifles, demolitions, or other roles, players have the freedom to build their dream squad without being constrained by annoying requirements. Like a dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name is a side story in the Yakuza series that serves as a bridge between Yakuza 6 and the upcoming Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. The combat system brings back the real-time brawler combat while also introducing the new agent fighting style. The addition of parry mechanic and the extreme hit mode also add depth and complexity to the combat experience. Combine that with a huge amount of content and extremely good storyline, trust me, if you are fans of the series, this game is a must-have. Star Ocean: The Second Story R is a successful remake of the beloved 1998 classic JRPG. The story is set 20 years after the events of the first game and follows the dual protagonists Claude and Reyna, one of whom is chosen as the main character at the beginning of the game. As for the gameplay, this remake retains the greatness of the original game, while also adding modern combat features and new content. One of the most notable upgrades, however, is definitely the graphics, with vibrant 3D environments that enhance the world's immersion.
Anyone hurt?
Wartales is a unique blend of RPG and survival elements that offers a satisfying experience for both turn-based strategy and CRPG enthusiasts. As the leader of a band of mercenaries, you will shape the narrative through a web of decisions, encounters, and the growth of your companions. You can customize individual characters to fit the image that you want them to be, whether in fashion or tactical value. The turn-based combat system is highly detailed, involving various tactical elements such as terrain, skill synergies, and resource management. Remnant 2 is a Souls-like shooter RPG that is the sequel to Remnant from the Ashes. The game continues the post-apocalyptic narrative of the first game. Set in the world where evil creatures called the Root are seeking to conquer the multiverse, the game takes you on a journey through different realities to save the day. Drawing inspiration from other successful sequels, Remnant 2 refines and elevates the gameplay experience. The combat is more polished and satisfying than ever before. The enhancements to loot and build crafting offers players a wider range of possibilities. Boss fights have also been completely overhauled, replacing spongy bosses with challenging encounters that feature unique mechanics.
My turn.
Octopath Traveler 2 returns with its captivating art style and stronger narrative experience. The game follows the same structure as its predecessor, featuring 8 distinct characters complete with their own unique job, abilities, and individual storylines. The turn-based battle system remains largely unchanged, offering a mix of strategy and observation in uncovering enemy weaknesses. The side quests and character customization features also kept you engaged and entertained throughout the game. As someone who loved the first game, I would say this sequel is significantly more enjoyable, which makes it the perfect entry for newcomers to the series.
I'll etch my name upon the heavens.
Trails into Reverie is a massive epic crossover that acts as a closure to the Crossbell and Cold Steel arc. Unlike the previous games that only focuses on one single perspective, this time you will have 3 separate storylines that eventually collided with each other. This new way of storytelling offers a refreshing pace that is more enjoyable to follow, especially since the huge amounts of side activities that exist in the previous games are decreased significantly in this game. One thing that also differentiates this game is the existence of True Reverie Corridor. This corridor is an alternate dimension where characters from all 3 storylines will be gathered and are tasked to complete various challenges. Sure, it can be overwhelming to manage over 50 playable characters at the same time, but if you love min-maxing characters and trying different builds, this game easily offers the best gameplay experience in the series. Baldur's Gate 3 is an expansive and immersive RPG that offers unparalleled freedom. With a vast web-like narrative and diverse cast of characters, every playthrough feels unique and compelling. The combat is based on D&D's 5th edition rules, with some modifications to suit the virtual setting. The flexibility of the combat mechanics combined with the game's encouragement of experimentation makes for exciting and rewarding encounters. The game's level of freedom also extends to co-op mode, where up to 4 players can create their own characters and play through the campaign together. Alright boys, I think that's it for today. I know that there are other great RPG titles that I haven't mentioned yet, so how about sharing your best RPG titles that probably deserve the spot in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video and make sure to subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss another great list. Thank you for watching and have a good day. Peace!